Alright. You know, I just told you that we needed to continue even until it was 14 inches, and I measured this and it was like 13. But then I said, let me compare that to what I've already done for the left front and the right front. So what I did is I counted the rows on this, and it's 20 rows before I started my shaping. And I know that my back so far has 20 rows, so this is it. I'm done. I don't need to work anymore. I'm ready to shape the armhole. So let's get to work on that. Shaping the armhole. Let's see what we have to do that. We need, it says you're on the right side. We're on the right side. Take off the little marker thing I was holding my stitches with. Put my hook back in there. Alright. Now, it says slip stitch in each of the first so and so many double crochets. For me, for size 3X, I need to slip stitch in the first 12 double crochets. And this is the part I got confused about before, because I wanted to make sure that I had enough, but I guess it doesn't really matter, because as long as I'm counting, I'll have enough left over. So we're slipping, we're not working any stitches, we're just slipping. So you just stick your hook in, grab some yarn, and pull it through what you have on the hook. That's a slip stitch. So that was 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. 6. And be sure not to do this too tight, because you don't want that to draw in. There's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, what does it say after that? Chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then do a double crochet in every double crochet to the last 11 double crochets. That's interesting that the first is 12 and the last is 11, but anyway, I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to trust the pattern, as one of my nice friends has told me before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end of the row, and I'm going to figure out where my last 11 double crochets are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to mark, let me kind of stick it in that part there so it doesn't roll around. So I know that the last one I work is going to be right there, right before my marker. Can you see the marker? Can you see the marker? Alright, so I got it stuck right in there. So that's the way to use that marker to help you. It's a stitch pin, is what it's called. It's one of these things, stitch pin. Alright, so now I do double crochets in every double crochet all the way across to where I get to that last one. There's that. So you don't work in the spot that you just did, I think. Let me think. Maybe I should, yeah, because that's too much of a gap. So I will need to work here, I believe. Let's see how it looks when I work in the first hole. They're kind of close, but this one does look like it's coming off over there, so I think I'm safe to do it this way. Yeah, we'll say that I am anyway. Now, it says that when you work to the end of that, you should have 56 double crochets if you're working 3X like me. So I'm going to wait till I get to the end of this and count them, and hopefully I'll have the right number. I should anyway. But you know, what I've learned over the years of following patterns is that if you're off by one, don't make a big deal out of it, because what you can do is just double crochet 2 together at the beginning of the next row if you want to fix that one, because nobody's going to be looking at your garment with a magnifying glass to see if you made a decrease or not. So I'm just going to let it go. If I have an extra, I have an extra. And if I do have an extra, I'll fix it at the end of the next row, because that's where I was not quite sure at the beginning of this row, so I can fix it at the end of the next if it is wrong. We'll soon find out, won't we? So I'm just going to work this whole row. Usually I cut off the camera and let you work yours, but I'm going to go all the way to the end so that I can count these. And I could stop right now and then count the holes and everything, but I'll just do it this way. I don't mind taking a chance, leaving on the edge. We'll see what happens. No biggie. I hope that you've been enjoying making your vest as much as I've been enjoying making mine. Sure is a lot of double crochets in this pattern, isn't there? But at least I'm really good at making double crochets now. I have lots of experience. I'm a double crochet pro. And I've gotten good at double crochet 2 together. And I've gotten good at doing 2 double crochets in the same hole. And I've learned how to make increases and decreases and knowing where I need to work them. So I have learned a lot with this. I still want to learn more about crochet. I think I've only been crocheting, let me see here, I started in 2009, so I've been crocheting for 4 years. Not very long. I did do, when I was a young girl, I made granny squares, because my boyfriend at the time taught me, my boyfriend's mother taught me at the time how to make granny squares, back when I was 15 or 16, and I used to make a lot of granny squares. But then I started having arthritis in my 30s and 40s, and I couldn't crochet anymore. The reason why I was having so much trouble is I used to hold my hook like this, and there was a lot of twisting going on with my wrists, all this twisty, and it was causing lots of pain in my wrist. So I had to relearn crochet with a knife grip, and now I don't have as much motion going on, and I don't have pain, so I can crochet. Yay. And when I started up again, I decided I'm going to learn everything I need to know. Instead of just making granny squares, I'm going to do it one step at a time and learn everything about a single crochet, learn everything about a half double and a double and a triple and all that stuff, so that I really understand it. Because before, I didn't really understand it. But I'm learning now, and I still have things to learn, I'm sure. But I'm happy with the results of my work. And I'm really happy that it doesn't hurt anymore. These ergonomic hooks really help too. I used to use one of those old-fashioned, straight, simple hooks like that. And it killed my wrist. And didn't think I'd ever be able to crochet again, but now I can. Makes me happy. So here I am at the last double crochet. So now I can take off that marker, set it aside. Now what does the pattern say? Leave the last stitch stitches unworked. So I'm going to double check and make sure I have the right number left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if that's right or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like 12 left. Let me think here. Maybe I marked it wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can do one more. Good thing I checked. God, that would have been crazy. Crazy wrong. Alright, now what I want to do is lock that stitch with my little stitch pin so it doesn't come undone. And I want to count these double crochets that I just finished so that I know if I have the right number left. Because if you look at your pattern, it says slip stitch la la la, do chain 3, 1 double crochet in every stitch to the last, and I needed 11 left. Then it says turn, leave remaining stitches unworked. Then it has all these numbers with a DC. What that means is that's telling you how many double crochets you should have on your row now. So I should have 56. Let's count them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 57. Remember I told you I was afraid I might have one more extra? So I do. So that first stitch back here, it should have not been worked in this hole. It should have been worked in that hole. But see what I'm going to do when I get to the end of this row, when I go back the other way, I'm going to do these two together. So it's going to work out. Life is fine. The world is not over. And plus this is going to be under the arm anyway. This is going to be under the arm. Nobody's going to know about it but me and the however many of you watch this video. So now pull this loose. Pull out the pin. And I'll be ready to work my next row. So I'm not going to stress over that one extra stitch. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.